What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Friday, October 29th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Truly appreciate you so much for being here with me. It's been quite the week. A lot of intensity, a lot of uncovering, a lot of decisions. We're seeing that sun get a degree away from the square to Saturn. It's going to be at 6 degrees. That moon's still going to be in Leo, Saturn and Jupiter, of course, in Aquarius. There's a lot of fixed energy in the chart right now, but the moon's going to, start making some pretty nice aspects here. It's going to sextile Mercury. It's going to trine Venus, but it is going to oppose Jupiter by the evening, and it does start off with a square to Uranus. So, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of energy. We look at these scores. I mean, today, definitely everything's positive except for Mars in its final day in detriment of Libra. So we definitely are trying really hard to move forward, and it's a little edgy. Where's the beauty and the balance and the justification, and trying to really hard, I think, to uncover that. The sun at 6 degrees is trying to do the same thing. So there is this energy of really getting into the deeper areas of our life that are bringing beauty and balance in. What is going to be kind of what are we bonding with right now? It's important in Scorpio to set boundaries for what you really want to merge and bond with, and how to get really deep into your emotions and your senses and your intuition to find this today. That moon in Leo having a better time today, I would say, but it does start off the day with a square to Uranus. There can definitely be emotions kind of all over the place early in the morning or just to start the day, and it's like, oh gosh, we're starting the day like this. But then that kind of breaks up, and we do get a sextile to Mercury. And I think that this helps us express and understand sort of this creative element or the happiness that we're looking for, where that's going to bring balance and justice into our life. Today can kind of feel like a little bit of a let up, but we're still a degree away from the sun square Saturn. So there is this sort of defining, pressure of decisions and direction, and really getting deep into what the future looks like, what your frequency is at right now, and how you're building towards the future of what that can ultimately be. So there are definitely decisions and choices. It's not exactly like super easy or fun necessarily, but there can be a fun aspect today if we are uncovering and understanding the certain areas that we need to draw lines at and say, no more. This isn't where my heart and my gut is telling me to go. I'm going to go into this direction. And maybe it is those powerful choices that are the best ones that we truly want to connect to for the future. We're going to see the moon trine over to Venus today. Definitely, the moon's definitely making better aspects today. Yesterday was pretty rough emotionally, or feeling kind of like this, top got popped on so many deep aspects of our life. And I think that we can really see maybe where, like, we can see the horizon line today. Like, oh wow, look at that. There is a sun rising over here, and there is some, beautiful relationship aspects and things that can be brought to creation. Kind of also brings up a freedom element to today, and being able to express fully what that may look like, and kind of maybe also take in a lot of the information that does make us feel good as well, or just have a positive mindset or belief about the direction and maybe the understanding today of decisions that bring more goodness and balance and depth, and maybe even edge that we might be looking for into our life on this Friday. We're seeing Venus pull off the sextile to Jupiter, and the moon will finish off the day with an opposition to that Jupiter. So yeah, I mean, it is an emotional day for sure. Like they're gonna get brought up. They're gonna get brought up. But I think it's like this balance of experimenting with things that make you happy, and experimenting with people that make you happy, and finding people that do brighten up your day, doing things in life that brighten up your day that can be extremely beneficial on this Friday. Like, we're looking for feel-good energy. We're looking for what is going to stick into the future and what isn't. And I think that those are part of the biggest decisions that we're kind of being forced to make, is like, okay, things are kind of intense and different and not normal. Sorry, this cord keeps cutting out. things are kind of intense and different and not normal, but does that necessarily mean that there isn't positivity there? Does that mean that there isn't what you're ultimately looking for there? There we go. And we have to get to the bottom of these things. So I think there are deep questions, but I feel like we can understand it. The only thing is that Mercury's going to quincunx Neptune for that third time. We've been dealing with this for a while, and it's trying to really balance out beauty and justice in the midst of chaos in the collective consciousness. And it's just very strange. We have to do things differently and sort of have this understanding and compassionate nature for what other people are going through, but also know our direction today and know how to define that as Mars is getting ready to really penetrate into what's going to bring us the depth of what we truly desire on a more deeper level. And Mars is definitely ready to do that tomorrow. And Venus and Juno are together, so, there's definitely positive aspects out there for relationships. There's definitely something to be positive for, just looking out at what we can create and bring into our life and what other people do have to offer. So we're kind of balancing out maybe a lot of personal needs with the needs of others today, and how to be compassionate but still set good boundaries for what is trying to come in, which I think November honestly does bring a lot of what is coming and what has been manifesting up to the surface. And I think we start to see that. So this is kind of like a prep day. It's also one of those days where decisions are everything. So you got to be smart, and also you have to be intuitive. It's a little bit right brain, left brain of like, what is actual fact to make decisions on, and then what is your gut really telling you, and balancing those out so that you can make maybe the most positive decision for you. And with the relationships and with your creative aspects and your expression. And I think in some ways today's like, hey, there's really amazing things out there, but you have to step into your power. You have to step on to, take center stage for what it is you ultimately want from a soul level to bring out. I'm going to use the Zombie Tarot because we're getting close to Halloween. So this deck kind of was like, hey, you haven't used me in a while. Pull some cards. So let's see what the zombie has to say. The World card reverse. Wow, yeah, the world is kind of on fire these days. Maybe we can feel like there's a lot that is just transpiring in the world, and that's affecting our personal lives. But I think it's also, important to remember that we can turn the chapter. We don't have to stay stuck in any cycles that we're not passionate about or connected to. Like, this is where we're making huge decisions for a future that are so important in this here and now moment. So everything that we do here and now is setting the world stage for just your individual life and the collective of where that's going to go. Why did we get the World card? 8 of Swords in reverse. I like that. It's because we're tired of being trapped and stuck to our own mental confinement about what the world should look like or what the direction of the world is going to go in. This is where we take our power back a little bit and start making calls for ourselves that are going to justify the beauty in our life and free our minds from maybe even past programming that old world had brought in. And the overall is the King of Coins upright. You can find a lot of stability in our power if we're willing to break free. So that the break free is where we can really harness all of our capacity to create and to really empower ourselves and to find a lot of confidence. So we can definitely be finding confidence today. I think that is something that would bring a lot of the balance in that we might be looking for, and help us justify a direction. And let's all be kings and queens of our reality today and make smart decisions and take on the things that bring us the best and that are shifting the paradigm of this time-space reality. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful Friday. I will see you mañana for the weekend forecast. Peace.